Hey, so I'm bringing you No Cap Sunday. Um, we had a really good service today. I was kind of tickled because the pastor, aka my dad, sent out a text yesterday in regards to basically the rules at church regarding around the coronavirus. And he sent out this list of things. Basically, don't be offended if somebody don't want to shake your hand and hug you at church, because we can be very sensitive about that. So he was saying, if you're sick or think you might be sick, do not come. Okay. Use hand sanitizer, keep your hands out your face, just the standard clean thing. So I kind of was tickled on that, but we had a really good service today. And everybody that normally comes, for the most part, everybody came. We're a small congregation, so you definitely notice when someone's missing, but that was fine. And so this morning in Sunday school, I taught the lesson again, and we were talking about David and Nathan. Nathan. Yeah. I'm like, Nathan or Nathaniel. But how he had basically told, David was saying that he wanted to build the temple of the Lord. Now, if you know anything about the background of the temple traveled with them everywhere that they went. Okay, God had designed the temple, and it was made to travel because of all the different things that the Israelites had going on. If you think about it, they had to be rescued out of bondage. They had to, they were in the wilderness. They were just kind of all over the place. It was made to travel, basically. And so David, in his old age, decided, hey, I got a nice house. Why should the Lord's house be just made out of sheets? And so his prophet agreed with him. Now, it sounds kind of harmless when you hear it initially, but God didn't ask for him to do that. So we discussed how, sometimes we can have good intentions of something initially, but it's not necessarily what we're supposed to do. We also talked about how our lives, those things that we do in life, shape us for what God would have us to be. But it also makes us not really ready or qualified to do some other things. Okay. If you are someone that's like familiar with like pastors, you know how pastors are called into discipleship. Some of the best pastors absolutely deny their calling at first because of the responsibility that comes along with it. And because I'm sure on some level they were thinking about their imperfections and those things that they have done in life. But God basically was like, no, that's why you be great for this. This is why I'm calling you, because you can be a living testimony for what I can do in a life. And so we discussed that thoroughly. And we also talked about how God will come and talk to us in our sleep, because he went and talked with David's prophet. He didn't go to David, but to talk to him about, so basically God was saying, so y'all didn't decide to build a temple. I ain't tell y'all to do that, you know? And then he gave his revised version of what needs to be done. Okay, and what's going to be done. And ultimately, David was not the one to build the temple. It was his son Solomon that God allowed to have that privilege. So it was a very good lesson, and it was just very interesting about how God calls us specifically to do certain things. And it also gives a testament of how we always, a lot of the times we just want to up and do what we're going to do. And it's not necessarily because we have bad intent, but sometimes it's just because we're a little bit full of ourselves. And, God's like, who told you to do that? Nobody tell you to do that. So it was a really good lesson. And we also, our sermon today, talked about the purpose of rain. Okay. And talked about how the rain replenishes, and how it, replenishes the harvest from the roots, but it also replenishes us, as well. So how God designed it to where we can have our clean water to drink and to replenish our bodies, and also replenish the earth as well. And, I thought that was a really good topic, and we had a really good service. Praise and worship went really well. We are still adjusting to being one man down since my son is out, and now my nephew is playing the drums the whole time, so we're working on him. But everything went really well. I hope that you guys are staying safe, and that if you did not go to church today, that you at least spent some time enjoying the word or meditating, on God, and just listening for his direction. I plan to upload a couple of more videos today. Yesterday was so crazy, and I have a lot to upload. I'm going to spend some time with my family first, though. So I hope you guys enjoyed this No Cap Sunday update. Leave a comment. Also, be sure that you're following me on Instagram, that you subscribe on YouTube to Shay Cherie, and I also have a Facebook page that's Memoirs of an Imperfect Christian. I cannot figure out how to change the name of that page to Shay Cherie Imperfect Christian because I want to be easier to find. But I'm working on it, you guys. But anyway, have a good rest of the day. Thank you for your time.